Okay, so today is Tuesday, January 30th. The next sandwich time is this Thursday and Friday, the 21st of the 11th month in Elul calendar, so February 1st and 2nd. We are dealing with the number 2, 2122. 22 means the time reset, right? So I am expecting something will happen at the same time. Let's see. And also the first and the second, this Thursday and Friday, there's a critical earthquake alert in California, especially in San Francisco Bay Area. Okay. So now I'd like to discuss what time is it right now. And I will use the Forgotten Books of Eden and the Book of Daniel to explain exactly what time is it for us right now. Okay, so I've discussed this before, the Book of Eden. I think it's like a while ago now. Concerning the great 5 days and a half means 5,500 years. So, chapter 3, concerning the promise of the great 5 days and a half. God said to Adam, I have ordained on this earth days and years, and thou and thy seed shall dwell and walk in it, until the days and years are fulfilled, when I shall send the word that created thee, and against which thou hast transgressed, the word that made thee come out of the garden, and that raised thee when thou wast fallen, yea, the word that will again save thee when the 5 days and a half are fulfilled. But when Adam heard these words from God, and of the great 5 days and a half did not understand the meaning of them, for Adam was thinking that there would be but 5 days and a half for him to the end of the world. And Adam wept and prayed God to explain it to him. Then God, in his mercy for Adam, who was made after his own image and similar to, explained to him that these were 5,500 years, and how one would then come and save him and his seed. So this one is talking about Jesus Christ. A promise of water of life, the third prophecy of the coming of Christ. Then came the word of God to Adam, and said unto him, O Adam, as to what thou sayest, bring me into a land where there is rest. It is not another land than this, but it is the kingdom of heaven, where alone there is rest. But thou canst not make thy entrance into it at present, but only after thy judgment is past and fulfilled. Then will I make thee go up into the kingdom of heaven, thee and thy righteous seed, and I will give thee and them the rest thou ask for at present. And if thou sayest, give me of the water of life that I may drink and live, it cannot be this day, but on the day that I shall descend into hell and break the gates of brass and bruise in pieces the kingdoms of iron, then will I in mercy save thy soul and the souls of the righteous, to give them rest in my garden, and that shall be when the end of the world is come. And again, as regards the water of life thou seekest, it will not be granted thee this day, but on the day that I shall shed my blood upon thy head in the land of Golgotha. For my blood shall be the water of life unto thee at that time, and not to thee alone, but unto all those of thy seed who shall believe in me, that it be unto them for rest forever. So, which means Jesus crucified exactly on 5,500th year. So since the earth will only have 6,000 years of life, which means from the crucifixion of Christ to now, the end time after the 7 years, then is exactly 500 years completion, right? So we're not, again, I mentioned this before, I've discussed this before in one of my videos, and actually we are not like 2,000 years away since Christ's resurrection and ascended to heaven is only 500 years. And of course, according to the Bible, God already warned us that the Satanists, they will created a calendar that will confuse us with regards to the time and the year. So now let's go to the book of Daniel, chapter 9. And chapter 9, 24 to 27 is talking about Gabriel, Archangel Gabriel told Daniel about the 70 weeks and the Messiah. So 70 weeks is exactly 490 years. And it's missing 10 years, right? So I will discuss this once we get to, let's say, to the last week of the earth, which is 5,990 years, 93, sorry. So 7 years, right? 5,993 years, then plus 7 years, which is the Great Tribulation, then it's the completion of 6,000 years. So now let's begin with Daniel 9:24. 70 weeks of years or 490 years have been decreed for your people and for your holy city, Jerusalem, to finish the transgression, to make an end of sins, to make atonement, reconciliation for wickedness, to bring in an everlasting righteousness, right standing with God, to seal up vision and prophecy and prophets, and to anoint the most holy place. So you are to know and understand that from the issuance of the command to restore and rebuild Jerusalem until the coming of the Messiah, the Anointed One, the Prince, there will be 7 weeks of years and 60 weeks of years. It will be built again and with a city plaza and moat, even in times of trouble. So 7 weeks, which means 49 years. 62 weeks means 434 years. Then after the 62 weeks of years, the Anointed One will be cut off and denied his messianic kingdom and have nothing and no one to defend him. And the people of the other prince who is to come will destroy the city and the sanctuary. Its end will come with a flood. Even to the end there will be war, desolations are determined. And he will enter into a binding and irrevocable covenant with the many for 1 week, 7 years. But in the middle of the week, he will stop the sacrifice and grain offering for the remaining 3.5 years. And on the wing of abominations will come one who makes desolate even until the complete destruction. One that is decreed is poured out on the one who causes the horror. So after 5,500 years, right? Then we're counting 490 years. So first of all, the 49 years out of the 490 years. Then after that, is 434 years, right? So after the 434 years completion, then is should be, I think is the church age is completed. So the total number of years is 49 plus 434 is 483 years. Then the completion of the church age. Then let's see. The people of the other prince, which means the prince, which is the Satan is the prince of the air, right? Is prince here. So, and the Antichrist also, they come together with the false prophet, and the whole is the false kingdom, the fake Israel, right? The Babylon the Great. Okay, so then the Antichrist will come to make covenant with many for 1 week, 7 years. And in the middle of the week, which is after 3.5 years, he will start to reveal himself, his true self, and started killing and this and that and destruction till the completion of 7 years. So now we have 490 years minus 483 years is exactly 7 years. So this means we are off of 10 years, 500 minus 490 years. So that 10 years, where will that be? What would that be? So I'm thinking it could be this 10 years is the delay, because we are waiting for the Great Tribulation, but we've been delaying, right? We've been living in this time loop over and over again. So I'm just speculating right now. The 10 years is the delay of the beginning of the Great Tribulation, which is the last 7 years of the earth. So then which means we've been delayed. If this year is the year, then we've been delayed by 10 years already. So which means from 2014 till now is that 10 years of delay. Okay. And then let's see. So then we go back in time for just 7 years then, right? So go back to 7 years, then the world will start that last week of the earth, which is that 1 year Great Tribulation. So it doesn't mean that we have to go back to 2024 minus 7 is 2000. I don't want to think, sorry. Okay. It doesn't mean that we have to go back to 2017. It could be we just go back to 2012. Just for example, we go back to 2012 and then start the 7 years of the Great Tribulation, right? And it'll be 9, 12. It'll be like the end of the world will be 2019. It's exactly the book of Revelation 19. Chapter 19 is when the end of the 7 years of Great Tribulation, Jesus and his army of saints to come and cast, let's see, everybody, those fallen angels and false prophets, Antichrist, and then Michael will cast Satan in the chain him in the hell, right? And then so I mean, I'm just like giving an example. It doesn't mean that we have to go back exactly 7 years. You can go back to any year, then start the 7 years of the Great Tribulation. That is one of the way to interpret it.